It's a beautiful day outside. I know you're thinking, well, why are you inside? Well, I just tried that and the sun is so bright, it like washes out my face and I have to wear sunglasses and doesn't make for a good video right now. I showed you those battery packs before, right? Those battery packs need to be charged. So normally when I'm on a trip, I can charge them, well, you can charge them through solar if you want. It just takes a long time, like all day. Or you can charge them through electricity. So electricity is much faster. I can charge the whole thing in like an hour. I do all my charging as I am driving, so I'm not just like wasting a bunch of time. And so I needed a way to charge it. I needed an electrical outlet for the cab. I took a power inverter and I wired it into the cab of my truck. And what this allows me to do is have 120 volt power, and I can charge my battery packs one at a time. It's just enough power to do that. It's a 1,000 watt inverter. So what that entails is running a piece of wire, a thick wire, from the battery all the way to the inverter. And you have to be very careful these two wires don't touch, because that'll short the battery. And there's no telling what'll happen with that. It could explode. So it's crucial that they don't touch. One of the ways of handling that is to add a kill switch, on-off switch. So I added an on-off switch to this, and I had to have some way to, hold it down. So I cut myself a piece of board, and then I screwed it into the board. So that's what you're seeing. And then I just connected the inverter to it. The converter I haven't gotten like bolted down yet, because I wasn't sure exactly how much room I'd have. I figured the seat would overlap a little bit. The inverter has has those contacts, like they're exposed. So, if someone were to come along or something metal were to touch both of them, that would short out the battery. That would be a crisis. I wanted to be sure that the inverter was stable and the wires weren't going to touch and all this. So, really happy I got this together. The thickness of the wire you see is 4 gauge. So 4 gauge wire is just kind of like barely thick enough. Normally I would want to use 2 gauge. This wire is very expensive. This is like, I don't know, maybe $40 worth of wire. And that's, 4 gauge. So 2 gauge might be twice that amount. So the wire runs from the inside of the truck, and then it runs the length of the hood, inside where the engine is, and connects to the battery. So you just have to be careful not to put the wires where they're going to melt. And I did not put them there. So there's also something else on the wires, and this is a coupler. So I think each of these wires was 5 feet long, but 5 feet long was not long enough, so I needed 10 feet. So I got a coupler to put them together. And so I decided I would wrap the coupler in plastic to ensure there were no shorts or anything like that. Once I start going, I can, also the kill switch is, kind of an important piece. I always leave the kill switch off. Then when I'm ready to go, I'm driving down the road and I'm ready to start charging. I turn the switch on, then I turn the inverter on, then I plug in a battery pack to it. The inverter is a 1,000 watt inverter, and it produces just enough power to charge the battery pack on slow. So it doesn't produce enough to charge it high speed. But that's fine with me. When you're traveling cross country, you have nothing but time. So after one battery is charged, then I can just swap it out and get the next one. I could have bought a bigger inverter, bigger than 1,000 watts, but first of all, they're expensive. And second of all, I would really need thicker wire, which again would be more expensive. So I'm just kind of like meeting in the middle, you know what I mean? So I'll just go ahead and stop here. Nothing more to tell you. I'm trying to make shorter videos, as you know. So I'll catch you next time.